Hi everyone, welcome back. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Andrina and I tell true crime stories. And today I'm going to be telling the unfortunate story of Harmony Montgomery. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. This is 5-year-old Harmony Montgomery, and she went missing back in 2019. She was in the care of her father, Adam Montgomery. Harmony Montgomery vanished in 2019 and was reported missing for almost 2 years. Police would launch a new investigation and will start searching in where the father grew up. The 5-year-old was repeatedly failed by the Massachusetts child welfare system, neglected by her drug addict mom, and put into the care of her violent father. On January 2022, the young girl's 33-year-old father, Adam Montgomery, was indicted on murder charges over her disappearance. He is also facing charges of abuse of a corpse, falsifying evidence, and witness tampering. Police began a new probe into the whereabouts on Friday of 2022, with officers seen scouring the Revere wetlands 5 miles from downtown Boston. Montgomery and his family have long ties to the area. In the wake of Harmony's disappearance, harrowing tales surfaced suggesting she lived a long life of neglect and years of alleged abuse. The days leading up to Harmony's disappearance, Harmony vanished and it is believed to have been killed around December 2019. Cops were only made aware of her disappearance 2 years later. An FBI investigation later ensued and led cops to arrest Montgomery in January 2022 in connections with second-degree assault charges involving his daughter's prior disappearance. Harmony had lived with her father and his criminal wife, Kayla Montgomery, in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. The young girl, who was blind in one eye, was in her father's care at the time of her disappearance after her mother, Crystal Sori, lost custody in July 2018 due to substance abuse. Investigators revealed earlier this year that Harmony had been homeless and living out of a car with her family in the days before her disappearance. The family had been evicted from their Union Street apartment in Manchester, New Hampshire, on November 27, 2019, a date that falls within the span of the girl's disappearance. During that time, Harmony's family was either living out of a silver 2010 Chrysler Sebring or a dark blue 2006 Audi S4. Montgomery had also come under suspicion of a caseworkers of abusing Harmony in the months before her disappearance. Harmony's father has a criminal record that goes back to at least 2007. Relatives accused Montgomery of abusing Harmony, causing caseworkers to visit the Manchester apartment multiple times in 2019. In 2020 and 2021, several coming after the girl was last seen. Those visits saw him tell city officials that the child had gone to live with her grandparents. Alleged abuse claims. Relatives include Kevin Montgomery, recounted the incidents including spanking, forcing the 5-then-year-old to scrub the toilet with her toothbrush, leaving her standing in the corner for hours. Kevin Montgomery told police his nephew once admitted to him that he bashed her around the house during one instance in 2019, after the father reportedly found her trying to get her brother to stop crying while she was bathing him. Adam told Kevin that he responded by striking Harmony in the face, causing the black eye, according to an affidavit. Kevin told police he reported the 2019 assault to the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, DCYF. A caseworker visited Montgomery home in July 2019 and found the claim that Harmony had a black eye unfounded. However, the family were identified as high risk of repeat child welfare system involvement and were given referrals for housing supports, the review stated. During the second visit that August, the worker noticed a red mark on Harmony's eye and faded bruising under her eyelid. The worker was told by Harmony and her father that the mark was caused by horseplay with another sibling with a toy lightsaber struck Harmony Montgomery near her eye. 2 other visits that year showed that the children appeared happy and healthy, the review said. That last visit was on October 1st, 2019. The division didn't have contact with Montgomery until January 2020. When asked about Harmony, he said the child was living with her mother in Massachusetts. A child protective service worker left a voicemail for the mother, but the call wasn't returned and there was no evidence of any additional attempts to contact her, the review said. Harmony was born in June 2014 while her father was incarcerated, as he was waiting for trial for allegedly shooting a man in the head during a drug deal. Sori, the mother, attempted to care for her newborn daughter while battling her drug addiction, but DCYF received 3 reports of neglect the month Harmony was born. Investigators attempted to provide service to the mother, however, the neglect continued, with 2 additional reports filed in August 2014. Officials determined that the infant's well-being was at risk and she was removed from the mother's care. Harmony was placed in foster home for the first time, and officials worked to develop an action plan for the mother. In September of that year, DCYF devised an action plan with Montgomery while he was incarcerated, indicating he would engage with offered programs to help with parenting, substance use disorder, and anger management. Officials made numerous attempts to contact Montgomery about the plan, but he did not respond, the report states. When DCYF finally connected with Montgomery in December 2014, he issued support for Harmony to return to the mother's care. He also asked for a visit with Harmony. The father met his daughter for the first time in January 2015 when she was 6 months old. During a supervised visit with her DCYF care team, immediately following the visit, Harmony was placed with the mother's care but remained under the custody of DCYF. Approximately 4 months later, Harmony, then 10 months old, was returned to foster care after the mother failed to maintain the requirements of her action plan. Alright guys, so at this point, the mother loses custody and the custody is awarded to the father, Adam Montgomery, and we're about to break down the time of events of when was the last time we saw her and everything leading up to where we are at this point. Easter 2019 would be the last time that her mother would speak to Harmony over FaceTime. Her mother lost legal custody of her daughter in 2018 as she struggled with substance abuse. Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, who had legal custody, blocked all contact. He was living in Manchester at that time. Crystal, the mother, who lived in Massachusetts, said that she went on to call New Hampshire school, drove by homes associated with Harmony's father, and made multiple calls to New Hampshire's Division of Children, Youth, and Families. October 2019, Manchester Police. Harmony was seen during a Manchester Police call for the service in October 2019 at the residence in the city. This was the last time she was seen in Manchester, police stated. On December 31st, 2021, Manchester Police announced that they received a report of Harmony Montgomery has not been seen since late 2019. The circumstances surrounding this prolonged absence are very concerning and are being thoroughly investigated, the department stated. December 2021 through January 2022. Authorities will search the home on Guildford Street in Manchester, New Hampshire, multiple times, which they said new release in a focus of the investigation because it is the last location where Harmony was known to reside before the disappearance in 2019. January 4th, 2022, Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, is arrested on charges including failing to have Harmony in his custody. He pleaded not guilty. Harmony Montgomery has not been seen since sometime in late 2019. January 12th, 2022. New document reveals Harmony's biological mother emailed for pleas for help in getting answers about her daughter's whereabouts. Stories begged for help in emails with the subject line, "My daughter is missing, in danger," and DCYF won't help. Police reports obtained calls for the service to Guildford Street home where Harmony was last known to live between 2018 and 2020, including domestic incidents involving Adam Montgomery, Kayla Montgomery, and other adults in the home. In January 24, 2022, the New Hampshire Attorney General office said that the investigation to date has narrowed the window of Harmony's disappearance to a period of under 2 weeks in late 2019. November 29th of 2019 through December 10th, 2019. Harmony Montgomery's face is now all over billboards 2 years after she was last seen in her home in Manchester, New Hampshire. March 24th, 2022, the girlfriend of Harmony's father, Kelsey Smalls, was found dead. Police do not consider it suspicious. March 25th, 2022, Adam and Kayla Montgomery are indicted on charges initially brought against them in January. Adam Montgomery is indicted on charges of second-degree assault for allegedly causing bodily injury to Harmony by striking her in the face. He was arrested on January 4th on a warrant charging him with felony second-degree assault arising from 2019 conduct against Harmony, as well as 1 misdemeanor charge and interference with custody and 2 misdemeanor charges of endangering the welfare of a child pertaining to his daughter. Kayla Montgomery is indicted on 1 charge of theft by deception. Allegedly, she had lied last year. Harmony was in her household to claim food stamps, benefits exceeding $1,500. April 2nd, 2022. Dozens of volunteers gather on Saturday morning to privately search the wooded area of 2nd Street in Manchester, according to family members. The area is known to Harmony's father. April 4th, 2022, authorities announced that Adam Montgomery is facing series of gun charges related to theft dating back to 2019. Harmony's mom was at the vigil Saturday and said that she wants her daughter to know that she's loved. April 6, 2022, Adam Montgomery was due back in court facing a series of gun charges but waived his arraignment. April 7, 2022, we find out that the state of New Hampshire offered Kayla Montgomery a plea deal as the welfare fraud case pans out in court, but her offense attorney says that they aren't even close to striking a deal. April 2nd, 2022, authorities announced that Kayla Montgomery is charged with 2 counts of receiving stolen property related to gun theft that took place in September or October of 2019. May 4th, 2022, a report concludes Massachusetts officials did not consider the well-being of Harmony Montgomery on equal footing with her parents' rights before releasing her into the custody of her father. In the research of the investigation, the State Office of Child Advocates says lack of focus on Montgomery needs to compare to the rights of her parents. Adam Montgomery and Crystal Sorey resulted in significant placement and instability for Harmony. May 6, 2022, Kayla Montgomery is released on bail. She had been held on a $5,000 bail since January. She was arraigned on welfare fraud charges. It is clear that she doesn't care about Harmony. Crystal Sorey said in an interview she doesn't care to let anybody know where Harmony is. New Hampshire officials are recommending systematic changes following the disappearance of Harmony Montgomery. June 4, 2022, authorities confirmed that Kayla Montgomery has taken back into custody by Manchester police on perjury charges for allegedly lying to a grand jury. June 6, 2022, Kayla Montgomery waives her arraignment on the perjury charges. Bail is set at $5,000 and she is not allowed to leave the state. June 14, 2022, a major police search is conducted at the former home of Adam and Kayla Montgomery. Officials don't reveal any new details about the search or investigation. June 8, 2022, Adam Montgomery is indicted on 8 new charges. He is now facing new gun and theft charges, including 2 charges of armed career criminal, which carry a minimum mandatory sentence of 10 years. He is not being charged in Harmony's disappearance. He has been in jail since January and could go on trial as soon as November. August 11, 2022, Attorney General announced the investigators believe that Harmony was murdered in Manchester in 2019. Her remains have not been found, but there is biological evidence of the crime, authority states. August 2022, months after Harmony's father is arrested on abuse and neglect charges, police announced that they are investigating Harmony's disappearance as a homicide. October 2022, Adam Montgomery is charged with murder. April 2023, again, police conduct a search for Harmony's body, but this time in Florida. September 2023, Montgomery's trial is delayed because the defense states they need time to prepare a new co-counsel. January 2024, Montgomery's defense team files a motion requesting the charges against him to be split into separate trials. His lawyers are seeking 1 trial for assault charges and another charge for the second-degree murder. February 7, 2024, the jury is seated in the case. February 8, 2024, opening statements are heard and testimony begins. Juries hear from Harmony's mother, Crystal Sorey, her great-uncle, Kevin Montgomery, and her foster mother. Montgomery does not appear in court. So guys, as I was listening to the stepmother's testimony, here is pretty much how that date played out. On December 7th, 2019, they had woken up and they were going to get breakfast. But at this point, they were living in their car. They had been evicted from the apartment. At this point, the child has been receiving a long time of abuse from the father, including being smacked in the face, punches, as you can hear, her head being bashed around. And she was potty trained when she was given to the father. She was good, she was set. But as the time progressed, she started to urinating herself and pooping herself as well in the vehicle. And this outraged the father. This completely set him off. And on December 7th, that morning, she had had another accident. It was told in trial that he punched her numerous times in the face, and the stepmother witnessed the whole thing. The other two children that he had with the stepmother were in the vehicle as well. She did nothing. The stepmother did nothing. She said that she tried to interfere once, but apparently he gave her a look that she was scared. Like, she was too scared to confront him. She did nothing. He would punch her, and she wouldn't even turn back to look at Harmony. He would reach numerous red lights, and during those red light stops, he would take the opportunity to continue punching her for this. They finally get to Burger King, they have their breakfast, and he had put a blanket over Harmony, and the stepmother told the court that she heard some like moaning sounds and obviously crying, and at one point she completely stopped. During that day, they finally went to check up on Harmony, and they can tell that she had passed away, obviously from her injuries. And this man covered her up, put her in a duffel bag, put her body in half in this duffel bag, put her in there, carried her around for months in that duffel bag. I mean, they went to the stepmother's aunt's house, and they went to the mother's house, and this whole time Harmony was in that duffel bag being carried around this whole entire time. Finally, they get to a place where it's to help out family who are transitioning, to find a home and stuff. They lived there for about a month and a half. This is the part where he took the duffel bag and put it up in the ceiling. And it was there until they started to get complaints about a smell, and maintenance finally went to go check in. He had removed Harmony from the ceiling and put her in the bathroom, and he had told the stepmother, Kayla Montgomery, that she was starting to obviously decompose, and that there was blood in the ceiling, and it was starting to form fluids was leaking out of the duffel bag. And so at this point, what he was going to do is dismember the body, and he read different ways of how to make a body decompose faster, and the thing at that point was lemons. It's either lime or lemons. I believe it was lemons. So he goes in there, he takes her out of the duffel bag, and the stepmother, Kayla, describes it as like her skin was like paper thin, her face was blue and purple, and she had her clothes on, and they went ahead and proceeded to cut all her clothes off, and he started to chop her off. Kayla at this point had removed herself from in there because she wanted nothing to do with this, and he was in there for hours dismembering, putting the child in different bags at this point with lemons in there to help with decomposing. They continued to carry her until he eventually disposed of her. Where he disposed of her, we do not know. No body has been found of poor little Harmony. It angers me because this woman had the opportunity, Department of Child and Family Services had the opportunity to save this child. And again, this is another one of those cases where they fail a child and it costs them their life. No one is held accountable but this guy so far. And what about those workers that failed to do their job? Their one job is to save a child, is to help a child, and they completely failed her, and she endured months of abuse at the hand of this monster. They're not held accountable. That's where we are with this case right now. The case is still going, and testimony is still being told at this point. Yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this case. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I've had surgery and numerous procedures, but I'm happy to finally be back and be telling you guys the stories. It's stories like this that need to be told, and it's reasons like this why I tell these stories. It's because our systems, our department and family services systems, the courts, how they handle all this is a freaking joke. Our children deserve better. And hopefully one day we will get it right for the sake of these children that deserve better. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this case. Hopefully he gets put away forever. I don't know if any death penalty, I don't think any death penalties will be brought to him. But yeah, guys, I will catch you guys in my next video, and I love you guys. And remember to always take care and make good choices, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.